Tether Me. I've spent a lot of time on the road touring. Touring on the road is great. I love it. But like anything, there's also those times when it's not easy. When, for me, I can find myself not feeling grounded, where the days just kind of blend into one another, where you're traveling on a plane, in a car, on a train, on a boat. You're just traveling. When traveling by bus, say, in Europe or Japan, the interesting things become how different the truck stops are. You don't know what day it is anymore. You don't know what city you're in anymore. Things just kind of blend. I think also I'm someone who always has struggled a little bit with feeling a sense of belonging. So anyway, I wrote this tune, Tether Me, which is somewhere between a plea and really a prayer. Tether me. And I wrote these chord changes that I just think are so beautiful, and they were so perfect to me in expressing this out there feeling and this weightlessness that I tend to feel, that in the clouds feeling. And I demoed it up, and then I called my dear friend Mark Kibble. You know him from the group Take Six. He is the arranger extraordinaire of the group. He's a dear friend and just one of the most musical people I know. And I asked him, I just asked him to take a listen to it and see if he heard anything in it. Maybe just give me some feedback. And I hope it's okay to tell this, Mark. He said that he heard it and it moved him to tears, which is probably one of the greatest compliments I'll have in my lifetime. Anyway, he was feeling it, and he put this arrangement on it that is just extraordinary. Tether Me. Mark Kibble of Take Six and the Take Six Gentlemen, who are some of the most lovable, loving, kind, brilliant human beings you will meet. They worked with me on an album called Tell Me that I did. The last tune on the album is called Shirley. Mark did an arrangement. They sang it, and it's, I just think, one of the coolest things on the album. But that was then. I met Mark and Claude and Joey and Alvin and David and all the rest of them in Rome, Italy, actually on a Quincy Jones gig. It was amazing getting to listen to them and watch them rehearsing and preparing for the performance. Such a lesson in grace and deep harmony and teamwork. They are just so powerful and so blessed with that intangible power in music that happens, right? I'm always so grateful to them collaborating with me and being my friends. Tether Me. The other cool thing about recording Tether Me, besides Mark Kibble, was recording Bashiri Johnson on percussion. Bashiri pulled out of his bag of tricks a drum that sounds like the ocean, that sounds like the water lapping up against the boats, which is exactly the feeling that I wanted to feel on this record. He pulled out different oudou drums, each one sounding like a different aspect of the sea, one that sounded like water bubbling, one that sounded like, you just felt like it was an underwater adventure. Felt you're in the marina. This whole other drum that was like I don't know what it was, but it sounded like boats bumping up against each other, and became very visual when Bashiri did his thing. It got really visual, really fast, which a lot of the music I love most has that aspect to it. So thank you to Bashiri for your brilliance on this record. One of the cooler days was listening to Tether Me in Atmos, in immersive audio, immersive sound. Oh, you're in Atmos, Mark. I can't describe it. I immediately called Mark and was like, Mark, I'm listening to you in Atmos. It's extraordinary. It's like you're inside of the sound. I want to say a big thank you to Yaron Fuchs, who just really opened up the whole immersive audio thing to me. He's one of the best to do it, and what a wonderful education on what goes into it and how it works. And Yaron is such a character. We have a ball in the studio. Yaron is people to me. He's just out of his mind and so much fun. We just had a ball. I'm like, Mark, what did you do? What is this? I'm like, Mark, what is it that you've done? What did you do? Okay, Mark isn't gonna like this. The first thing I asked him for, I think, a feeling that I wanted to come away with, the feeling of water and timelessness, of not feeling grounded. So the first draft that Mark sent me had a strong sense of rhythm and beat, and that was exactly the thing that I was trying to get away from. The rest of the record to me is so rhythmic. I mean, I've got Lenny White bashing away and Marcus Miller playing bass, and there's a lot of rhythm. So this tune to me was the left turn that was supposed to be something else, the contrast. So I was like, Mark, this is brilliant. I was like, I need a tweak. Can you give me, even if you're keeping time, make it feel like there isn't any? And that's what he did. He sent it back to me. I was like, what have you done? This is brilliant. There's an almost Mr. Sandman Wonderland feeling about it. And then Bashiri got involved, and also, even though he's playing rhythm, you just feel like you're just out there. You just feel like you're out there. You just feel like you're out there. Mission accomplished. Thank you.